Talk about how to do LiDAR semantic segmentation well on adverse weather. We focus on the problem that recent or previous weather simulations should generate all weather's types and severities separately. We try to resolve these issues through data-centric manner without simulations. In this presentation, I'll talk about how we set problem statement first, and then talk about tool experiments, and then talk about methods and experiments. Let's talk about problem statement first. As you know, most LiDAR datasets are collected in clean weather. Most segmentation model is trained on this clean data, so clean data tends to have low noise and well-aligned points. However, LiDAR data collected in adverse weather become noisy and poorly aligned. This is why most of the segmentation model perform poorly in adverse weathers. Some of them consider just get more data under weather condition, then the problem is solved. But this is not a feasible idea because there are many types and severities in adverse weathers. This is why previous research focused on simulation methods. However, weather simulations require huge computing resources, and it should simulate all weather types and severities separately. So, in our work, we generate adverse weather data using data augmentation. This is much simpler than weather simulations. To do that, we try to find the universal data pattern of adverse weather, all adverse weather types causing performance drop. We intentionally add these data patterns via data augmentation and train models. Let me talk about how we found the main factor of degradation in tool experiments. Previous studies identified 4 key physical phenomena. One is point drop, occlusion, geometric perturbation, and intensity distortions. We want to identify what is the main factor of a performance drop within them. So we inject these noises to semantic key validation set and identify the cases that performance dropped significantly. The results reveal that point drop and geometric perturbation led to the most significant performance degradation. We also find the similar results in qualitatives, and we interpreted occlusion as same as point drop because points disappears in localized regions where some operations apply. So we identify main weather effects as geometric perturbation and point drop. I'll talk about methods and its concepts. Before methods, I want to state that simple augmentation can depict weather data naturally, especially in LiDAR data. Of course, we cannot mimic weather data through simple augmentation like crop or masking in RGB images, but we can do it in LiDAR data. This is because LiDAR represents objects through really small changes in point coordinates and intensity. And as you remember, real weather condition negatively impact LiDAR segmentation model. This means that our augmented data should damage the model to mimic weather distortions as well. Through these concepts, first, we design selective jittering to describe geometric perturbation. This technique perturbs point coordinates and in random regions and replace clean points. Our second proposed method is learnable point drop. We use reinforcement learning model to find point drop which hinder LiDAR segmentation. The overall process is as follows. We first apply our selective jittering to the input points and input it to the LiDAR segmentation model. And next, the learnable point drop model drop points and re-input to LiDAR segmentation model. And finally, the learnable point drop model is rewarded based on the increase of loss in entropy. we stack those two losses and train the LiDAR segmentation model at once. Let's see how it works in experiments. Our method achieved state-of-the-art performance in Semantic STF. Semantic STF is a LiDAR dataset having various types of weathers like fog, snow, and rain. As you can see, our method got large margin of all of these weathers. This is really important because our method showed that integrating common distortions of all weather types can get overall performance gain. This means no need of precise physics-based simulations. We also compared to domain generalization methods. Our method outperformed Unimix recent research, which use weather simulations. This means our simple augmentation method can outperform complex weather simulations. We also showed results comparable to the domain adaptation methods. As you all know, domain adaptation methods use real weather data to improve performance, but our methods are not. This means that our methods effectively mimics real weather effects without real weather data. Our approach also showed better qualitative results than previous works. Green points is true prediction and red is false. We found that our method significantly improved results in road and car. These two categories are important for safe driving. Also, our method predict well on near points. Near points is also important because we have to avoid collisions while driving. This shows our methods are really helpful for safe driving in adverse weather. Conclusion. First, in our work, we identified the main factors causing performance degradation in adverse weather. And second, we integrated the types and severity of adverse weathers in this data-centric manner. As a result, we addressed the challenges of synthesizing specific weather types and severities. Thank you for your listening, and if you have any questions, find me in poster 149.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions? Yes.
Hi, thank you. So in your loss function, there are two conflicting terms, right? You've got the RL loss that wants to maximize the loss by doing those perturbation, and then you want to minimize the semantic segmentation loss. So was it difficult to weigh these things so one doesn't overpower the other term when training the model?
Can I summarize your question? Do you have a question like, is it hard to weight on LiDAR segmentation loss and the random point drop loss? Do you mean, right?
Yeah, because you can imagine one might want to overpower the other one, and minimize the loss.
Like gain is
exactly.
Yeah. In our experiments, maybe it was lucky. We couldn't find the hard to control the weight losses. Yeah.
So it worked.
Work easily.
Okay. Nice.
Thank you.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
How far do you think this generalizes? If you think more extreme weather conditions, fire, I don't know, does it?
Fire?
Maybe.
Maybe I think, especially for only weather conditions, except for fire, I think it generalizes really well. But recently, I think generalization, especially for real-world driving, there need not only weather generalization, there maybe need more generalization things like placement. Recently, I saw the papers like that. placement or driving in different places, lighting. So I think for the question, answer of the question, I think really in this line, if research progress in this line, maybe it really generalizes well in all letters, I think.
Thank you.
Okay, let's, if we don't have further questions, let's thank the speaker again.